Okay, I'm just checking my mic. We're back here on White Mountains today, and we have Province Lake Golf. We have the new Director of Food and Beverage and the new Executive Chef, Ember and Ryan. Good morning to you both. Thanks for joining me. We've had a nice conversation off air about you guys have had quite the travel history, that you came from California and now you're based in Province Lake.
Yep, we bought a house in Acton 3 years ago, right down the road, and always thought we'd have to commute to work, and then this happened and we were like, okay.
Yeah, Province Lake. So what is it like coming into a place? You needed to open that in 2 months? That must have been a flurry of activity. Is that how it happened?
We opened in a month.
Yeah, in a month?
We opened in a month.
We've been open for a month.
We did a proof of concept within a month, which usually takes about 6 months. So we walked into a lot of broken equipment and a lot of things that we had to fix, and it's really come a long way. I mean, what we're doing there is different, you know, and we're not doing the same old thing that everybody's always done there. So we're trying to please the customer.
And I think what's nice too is that you guys come in with a background though, and that's why you were able to do that. I mean, you've been in the cooking business since 5 years old. I mean, it's been in your blood forever, so that's a benefit.
Oh yeah, yes. I've been cooking since I was 15 professionally, and then, you know, since they allowed me in the kitchen, I was always, because I like to eat. It's actually it's pretty much the reason I cook.
It does, really. Now, what's your favorite thing to cook? It doesn't even have to be on the end.
I actually don't have a favorite thing to cook. I mean, I don't really walk around with a box of recipes in my pocket, because, you know, you shouldn't treat everything the same. You don't treat a new carrot like an old carrot, you know, like, so everything has to be constantly changing and evolving, which is why the menu is always going to be moving. It's a moving target always, and especially with wanting to do things that are fresh and local, you know, those are not going to come about for the next month, just because we've got such a short growing season. So the stuff that I've sourced is stuff that I can have consistently, and then we'll add to it as things become available and as people start, you know, telling me what they want. There are some things I won't do, but, you know.
Well, some of them are just too high maintenance to get them out in a timely manner, that sort of thing. So, but looking at the menu, you guys have a lot of the favorites covered. Potato skins, you have smoked potato skins, loaded potato skins, garlic cheese bread, and EmRy's ribs by the pair, which is pretty cool. And I also want to mention the name.
Yes.
The EmRy's were the founders, correct?
Yep.
But the name has had a slight tweak to it.
Yes.
And you guys dropped one of the E's.
Because I can't spell. So I figured that worked out really well.
Well, as you were sitting here, and because at first I didn't know who was showing up, but I didn't know your names until I looked on the website, and then it finally fell into place. I'm like, Ember, Ryan.
I get it.
Yeah. So EmRy, the EmRy House, is the new name, and it's just a tweak on the old. But you guys have quite the menu, and you guys can check it out at provincelakegolf.com if you like to take a quick peek at it. But you have sandwiches, salads, little bits, which is the appetizers, larger plates, and including house ribs, half rack, full rack.
And by the pair, just because no one really does rib. You know, even if you like ribs, a half rack can even be a commitment. You know, so I do my ribs differently. They're braised, they're not smoked. I'm actually not using the smoker for the ribs. Yeah. And so I think it's fair to just, you know, offer a good price and something more like a chicken wing kind of a thing, as opposed to a whole rack that you kind of have to. It's a commitment.
Yeah, absolutely. And you also have to do what works. And Ryan, coming into this, you mentioned a lot of the machinery was not working, so you've had the whole behind-the-scenes job of pulling this together in a short time, and your pizza oven is not working currently, but it will be.
It will be operational next week, yes.
Okay.
And we've also actually taken the ice cream shop and also added to that and turned it into a deli.
So that's where the sandwiches come from. So it's a full-service deli, and we make our own ice cream treats, like ice cream sandwiches. We have a brownie madness with, like, so it's a brownie with coffee ice cream or a brownie.
So they make it right there?
Yeah, so we make them and freeze them, and then those are just grab and goes. And that way you can actually make it down to the lake, you know, with your stuff, or make it onto the course without it melting. Because by the time you've already scooped it, you're stuck there trying to shovel it into your mouth.
Yeah. I mean, usually you don't have a problem. Hoover that right down.
Right.
But tell me more about that brownie, because I totally cut you off.
Oh no, it's a Java Madness brownie.
Java Junkie, yeah.
Yep.
So the Java Junkie is a coffee ice cream sandwich between two brownies. So what we did with that is it's almost an ice cream sandwich twisted, just a little bit different. Yeah. So with that, we were trying to please everybody, you know, trying to make sure that children can want. I have 2 boys, so when they want ice cream, they want ice cream. You walk up to an ice cream window, it's like, oh, I'm waiting, I want Jimmy's, I want this, I want that. So we're trying to get it so it's more of a grab and go, and like she said, for the lake and for the golf, so you can just come up, go to the window, go back down to the lake or go back down and play some golf. And it's,
Okay, so they can just come in and eat. They don't actually have to play around a golf.
Oh, no. Yeah.
We're open to the public.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So what are your hours of operation? When can they get in there?
So we have the deli from 10 to 5. The bar is
And that's a window. That's where the
Okay.
old ice cream window used to be. It's just a walk up.
correct.
Perfect.
Correct. And then we have the bar right now from 12 to 8. And we have the dinner house from 4 to 8, but those hours will expand as the season goes on. What we're doing right now is we're opening for the people that are here and for the locals,
Sure.
and then as time goes on, we'll stay a little bit later and open up as as the sun goes, basically. So
Right.
the sun will stay out later all summer long.
Oh my goodness,
So
it's getting there already. It's
I
so
know.
nice.
I know.
We've had some muggy weather. Now we have some rainy weather, but it's nice to know that you are open, even if they can't get out and golf.
Oh, yeah.
That they can come get some great food. And do you guys have a favorite off the menu?
I mean, the ribs are really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a rib person. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but
The ribs take the cake for both of you.
I
then.
love the ribs, but we do offer fish as our specials because
Okay,
we want to
good.
keep that fresh. We also offer chicken dishes. We
got a
pretty much
brisket
everything.
sandwich
We
that's
have
pretty
brisket sandwich
awesome
that's-
with
Yeah, I
cheddar
like
cheese.
brisket.
Yeah, I do a lot of braising just because I think it's a really good way to prepare meats.
And braising
period.
is just a marinating.
Braising is cooking a long time in liquid.
Oh, okay.
So instead of smoking, instead of anything like that, you actually, really make things really tender, and it's kind of more just simple comfort foods as opposed to like overly presented
Sure.
stacks.
And you
of,
use a lot of beer too.
I do use a lot of beer.
Not a bad
That is
thing.
really
Not a
true.
bad
Yeah,
thing.
the brisket's cooked with just pretty much beer.
Right.
And then the chili's got beer in it, and
Yeah.
I've been putting a lot of beer and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's a tasty addition because there's a couple recipes like a shrimp dish I use beer, and it just adds a little bit of flavor
Oh, yeah.
better than just a regular water. Or
Well, it's
something
better
like
than
that.
wine. Basically, I'm taking. I like using because I was kind of brought up in French cooking, and it's a lot of wine and a lot of over reducing things. And I'm like, why don't we just do beer and call it a day?
And it's tasty, so it's a win.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Now, did we get all the information that you guys need to get out there? Did you tell me days? I know you said hours.
No, 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you both,
Thank
and good
you.
luck in the new venture. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what you guys add to the menu as the season goes, and pizza back on in a week or so.
Yep.
And so they can go to provincelakegolf.com to find out more and keep an eye on that
And
menu.
we also have a Facebook page.
Yeah, the
Facebook
EmRy
page as
House
well.
Facebook
The EmRy
page.
House on Facebook, so check
Okay.
us out there. We do a lot of updates and a lot of specials
Yeah,
on
and
that page.
I post the
So-
specials whenever I have them, and the menus up there too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like that, and then you're going to get updates. So
Yeah, and we
that's
also
easy.
and I'm building a web page for the EmRy House right now.
Great.
So it'll be the EmRy House.
As if you weren't busy enough.
Yeah, well,
Go Ryan.
There's only 24 hours in a day. I like to take the 28.
You need
you know?
exactly, at least 27, right? All right, well, again, pleasure to meet you
Thank
both,
you.
and looking forward to seeing what you guys cook up over the summer.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right,
Thank you.
folks, Province Lake, you can find it online at provincelakegolf.com. They have directions, of course. If you need more information, they also have a phone number that you can call, email, and all that. And actually, when I was researching it, you guys are on there if they have a direct question that you can email them.